Okay, so this is a fun panel.
It certainly is a very good looking one.
What is really scaring us about this vaccine?
The thing is, we don't know what's more dangerous.
Exactly.
Getting COVID or getting the after effects of a vaccine that we're not very sure has been around enough. So, I'm scared that have they done enough research?
Why is this entire psychological thing? We're scared of the virus and we're scared of the cure.
I have a doctor for free to ask
All
the
the
questions
questions.
that have been in my head.
I can't. I'm feeling very greedy with all my doubts. I think we should.
Over 1.5 lakh people have lost their lives in India due to COVID. On 16th of January 2021, India rolled out its COVID vaccination with the goal of vaccinating healthcare professionals and frontline workers. From 1st of March, India's vaccination rollout plan extended to all 60 and 45 years and over age groups and people with comorbidities. India has already administered the first dose to millions of people. With the vaccination rollout gathering impressive momentum, India is emerging as a global frontrunner in the race to combat COVID-19.
What is really scaring us about this vaccine? Why aren't we doing those normal jugaad things that we do as, people from the industry use that influence and get that and use this?
What the social dilemma says is that there's internet narratives that are created. And honestly, I believe the big narrative with the vaccine is that it's eventually going to turn us all into zombies.
I have people saying, हम नहीं लगवाएंगे, यहाँ पर फोड़ा निकल जाएगा, आँख फूल जाएगी, ये होगा, वो होगा. Never mind if we've been taking a flu shot like every year.
In this case, we're all just like sitting back and waiting. कि कौन करेगा? And
Who goes first?
yeah.
I'm also scared. I'm also just I'm not kind of dying to go out and get the vaccine. So why is this entire psychological thing? We're scared of the virus and we're scared of the cure. So it's a funny kind of a situation.
I don't know. You take it first, and then if you don't die, I'll take it. I have a doctor for free to ask all the questions that have been in my head.
I feel because the vaccine is out now, it's the right time to get a professional's advice. Dr. Trehan is going to be joining us. So
Should we call him on?
Yes, I think we should.
Dr. Naresh Trehan graduated from King George Medical College, Lucknow, and subsequently practiced at New York University Medical Center, Manhattan, USA. From 1971 to 1988, he is the chairman and managing director and the chief cardiac surgeon at Medanta, the Medicity, a multi-super specialty institute which offers cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art treatment facilities at an affordable cost to the patients. He is one of the most renowned cardiovascular and cardiothoracic surgeons of India.
Well.
Good evening.
Hi,
How
Dr.
are you
Trehan.
guys? Hi, good evening.
Hi.
So here it is, Dr. Trehan. We've got you in your scrubs. We are a whole bunch of thought blurbs at the moment where we are hoping that you can pop them one by one for us.
I'll try, of course.
Yeah, there's something I want to highlight. Right when COVID broke out, at least the world of Indian YouTube and the world of podcasts in general was overwhelmed by this one podcast with someone called Dr. Osterholm. During that podcast, he said that COVID-19 is something that the vaccine may not be found for it even over the next couple of years. It might take longer than that. So the whole narrative became that if we find a vaccine fast, it's probably not effective enough. But doctor, what does medical science have to say about that now?
So, there are a couple of events that happened. One, it started in Wuhan, China, and the Chinese actually concealed it for a while. But at the same time, in January, because this started in November, December, in January, they had already come up with the genetic code of the virus, which is the most important part, that today technology exists that you could analyze the genetic code and actually give everybody the imprint of the genetic code, which was the key to developing a vaccine. That because the genetic code was was decoded that they went very rapidly developing the antigen antibody reaction to this. Corona is not a new entity. It is this Corona COVID-19 which is the new entity. That's why they call it SARS-2, because SARS is already, a lot of the work was already done against SARS. But SARS disappeared very quickly. So then it was all on the shelf and they mined all that data, put it all together with this genetic code of COVID-19, and here we have not one vaccine, but many, many vaccines. Some are on the market already and maybe another 100 are in the works. So that question should be put to rest.
Dr. Trehan, but the question is not so much of how fast the vaccine has been developed, but how long it's been tested, because you might be able to, with technology, kind of develop a vaccine fast, but to test it normally takes the same time like it would at any point in time, because so many people have to kind of be tested with it. So a lot of doubts are happening, and I personally am kind of doubtful about, have enough people been tested? Have we got the results of it?
The science has prescribed 4 phases of any scientific rigor to any new vaccine or drug, but that's the way it should go through it. There is a preclinical trial to establish the safety of any drug, any vaccine. They are given in different doses to volunteers, and you watch them for X number of days to see whether they developed any adverse events. You know, you have a scientific cohort size that we prescribe for each event to be tested in what kind of cohort.
Dr. Trehan, but antibodies, I'm told, don't last beyond 3 months. So it's like you get 3 months immunity and then people are getting COVID again. So is taking the vaccine a sure-shot way of eliminating that fear of getting?
Nobody knows. That is phase 4. Phase 4 is post-market follow-up. So we are following up everybody every 2 months now, the people who have completed their second dose. So like I got my second dose a week ago. So next week I'll get my antibodies checked, and then whatever it is we'll follow. So we'll give you the answer in the next 6 months to a year, but nobody knows how long they will last.
So the thing with us, this youthful lot, is that we're very, very excited about our mid-20s and this time of our life where we feel like we want to do everything. So there's this doubt that while the side effects may be limited initially, that will they crop up kind of 2 or 3 years later? Is there a possibility of side effects coming out in different forms a couple of years down the line after taking the vaccine?
The technique that is being used in the AstraZeneca, that is the Covishield, and the Bharat Biotech, is a very tried and tested platform. So are some of the others, like Sputnik from Russia, same. And I don't know, and nobody knows, but it looks like if you do extrapolation, the modeling says no, there should not be any. But like, would you be growing extra organs, or you look, develop a third eye in the middle of your head or something like that? We don't know all that.
I wouldn't mind a third eye, but I can do with one more.
All these new strains of COVID that are coming in, every time that we say we've got a vaccine, they say that another strain is coming, and India's got so many strains right now. So it's a bit confusing whether the vaccine that was developed for one strain is effective on all the others that are coming in.
Okay, so basically, when viruses mutate, 2 things happen. One is that the vaccine that was developed for the previous virus still stays effective most of the time, till the mutation is so severe that it will change its whole DNA and RNA. Okay, then you'll need to tweak the vaccine like we have to do for flu vaccine. I don't know, I mean, you guys are not exposed to it, but the older people get flu vaccine every year to prevent themselves from getting flu in the pneumonia. So that's why they got a shot every year, and just it's a little poke, nothing bad happens to them. The companies tweak the vaccine according to the mutation in the virus. The second thing is that most time viruses will get weaker when they mutate.
what I want to ask you, and what I'm sure all of us want to ask you, are some few, to bust some confusion and myths and fallacies about the virus, about taking the vaccination especially. For example, everyone's waiting, at least I don't know about you guys, but I feel that everyone's waiting for other people to take it, so there's an automatic herd immunity कि हम बच जाएं, बाकी 7 लोग ले ले तो हमारा herd immunity हो जाए. So what is this thing? I mean, why don't we just let everyone run around and get COVID so that there's like sort of herd immunity?
No, it's a thought, but it was a disastrous thought, because UK and USA tried it. The number of deaths in the US, the number of people in UK who got it. This is what happened when the concept came that we'll allow no lockdown, we'll allow herd immunity. That was the stupidest thing to happen. That countries like USA and UK and Europe should experience this kind of thing. So herd immunity is what you're saying is it's a natural shield around you, that enough people either get infected or vaccinated so that there is very few people who can infect you. So your chances of getting infected get less and less. That's what is the concept of herd immunity. Now, estimated from previous epidemics is when about 60 to 70% of your population of a country has either had it or is vaccinated, that's when herd immunity will kick in. So when we are saying that the government is saying that we will inoculate 30 crore people in the next 3 months, that I think will take you towards herd immunity, not before that.
What happens to people like who are in their 50s? A lot of other people who are some of my friends, some of my aunts, uncles, and relatives, whatever. All of them have a lot of comorbidities and other issues, diabetes, various things. Are they safe when they kind of take this vaccine?
So, unless you are on a very high dose of steroids, cortisone, it is safe to take it, because cortisone, why? Because cortisone suppresses your immune system. So anything that suppresses, but people who have cancer can take it. People who have heart disease, diabetes, they should take it because they are vulnerable.
Doc, so while I hope that behavioral patterns change, are we going to go back to 2019 anytime soon in terms of how life was, or is it just gonna...
I would think this time next year. I think we were smarter. Our government was much smarter. And they say, okay, we are not taking any chances on anybody's life, we'll clamp. And it cost us economically, but otherwise, the many pluses also happened. I mean, we have emerged from it much stronger. Our ecosystem will improve in the sense of manufacturing, collaboration between scientists, the collaboration between government and private sector. So there are some positives here. Plus, the digital transformation of India was accelerated 10x.
Is international travel, suppose I am vaccinated, is it safer to travel? Is it safer for everybody else to travel? I mean, are countries kind of giving people entry if they're vaccinated? What's happening?
Avoid hotspots. Avoid countries that have got a new wave coming or the variants are dangerous.
Does the vaccine really have any effect on fertility in any way? Or just pregnancy at large? Does it make it more challenging?
There is no evidence from now or from previous, but if you are pregnant, you shouldn't take it.
Right. Okay, so that's a big one.
Yeah. So that's it. So for 3 months you can't get pregnant, or you should not get pregnant after taking the vaccine.
Can you still be a carrier while when you're vaccinated?
Yes, you can, of course.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it will not affect you so much, but it can affect other people if you infect them. So that's why we say that's a little, just caution till many, many more people get vaccinated. So we are at the end of it here. Please, 1 year you have suffered. Now just hold your horses for a little bit and do calibrate it wherever in open air, as I told you, distancing and all that.
Let's move on to the rapid fire round, because I think that's
because why does Karan Johar get to ask all the rapid questions, yeah?
We should be doing
also got
that
our own.
instead. This is the new age rapid fire round.
As ready as I can be. Go, shoot.
Has anybody died because of the vaccine?
Not reported so far.
Are the ingredients of the vaccine possibly more toxic than the virus itself?
No.
Why can't I get the vaccine that I want? Why can't it be my choice?
It'll happen. It'll happen eventually when more vaccines come on the market.
Is there any biohacking related futuristic technology associated with the vaccines that are coming out? Because we're hearing rumors like there's a microchip embedded in some of the vaccines, which I know is a little far-fetched.
You've been watching too many sci-fi movies.
Hey, is there one thing that you'd like to tell people who don't want to get vaccinated? What do you tell them?
All calculated methodologies. Vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate.
I guess the conclusion is that my love life will be normal in March 2022.
Safe to say.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to let the husband take it, and if he doesn't turn into a zombie overnight, I'm taking it.
I'll just say when.
When?
I say that that truthful answers are scary because I feel like I know so many more things about the vaccine now that I didn't, which make us aware, but they also make us equally cautious. But that's good. That's the point of this interaction also.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Trihan.
thank you, thank
Stay,
you.
stay safe. Stay
Thank
safe,
you.
enjoy
We'll
life.
stay safe.
Okay. When we have survived the whole thing and the masks are off, we should do this session again and say what did we
Yes,
do.
yes, we should. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Thank you.
All the best. Yeah.
Thank
Bye,
you.
all
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need to take this seriously. COVID has literally brought the world to a stop. We or our parents have not seen something so debilitating to humanity in our lifetime. In this war against this pandemic, for the first time, we've got a weapon in the form of the vaccine. So please go ahead and do get vaccinated. Registrations and appointments are open for those above 60 years and those above 45 with serious health conditions. We need to take control of the situation and stop the spread of this deadly virus.
You know what is wonderful about it? The thing is, yeah, it's not harmful. So we don't know really how effective it's going to be, but let's take it and see. It's not going to do harm, that's for sure. But let's figure out how long it's going to last and how safe it's going to be, how effective it's going to be later. Let's take it.
I say I've taken a flu shot every year. What's so different about this
Exactly.
one? It's better than
I think-
like you don't know what's in the disease and you don't know what's in the vaccine, so you may as well pick the safe option.
I guess this is what takes us to the other side of the apocalypse. So we're done with the big
Yeah.
story of our
Just-
lifetimes.
Yeah, I think it is a nothing to lose kind of
Yeah,
situation.
absolutely.
Which is what should make
By the
us-
way, I just feel like I went to like a med school lecture. Like,
Full.
I feel like putting doctor before my name.
The editors will have a good time.
That's all you wanted. That's all you
I
wanted.
just
Yeah.
wanted that.
It was a
That
flashback
is
into
bonafide.
bio class 100%.
Yeah.
Where Ranveer with the backbencher whose faces used to at some point go like, kya ho raha hai?
Ranveer is the backbencher. No, Ranveer is the front bencher geek who you were to
No,
chop.
Ranveer is the
It's an
backbencher
intelligent
who
question,
controls
Pooja.
the whole energy of
Who
the class.
controls the
Who becomes the eventual Elon Musk from the law.
Well,
So I was
Okay, guys.
a humble backbencher.
Okay. Okay, we got work to do.
See you.
Okay, see you guys. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye.